Good morning, everyone. Nice to be on here again. 2022, another business summit. Thank you so much for having me again. My name is Kikelomo Onipede. I'm the creative lead, Kik's Place Fashion House. Kik's Place caters for the most comfortable, trendy, stylish kaftans you see around, if I do so say myself. We are 8 years this year. Kik's Place is 8 years this year. We've been in business for 8 years. And I can say that it's been nothing but the grace of God and His mercies. What else? I love good music and I sing, by the way. The theme for this year says collaboration, right? I would like to say that running Kik's Place for almost 8 years now, I have learned on the job. Kik's Place has taught me personally and business-wise. So I'll talk about collaboration relating to me because I'm giving my own experience. So firstly, when I started Kik's Place, I had no business idea or anything. I just wanted to, I just feel like, yeah, I can do this, and I went for it. So running Kik's Place, I had no idea that, you could do stuff with other people, and, there are a lot of things to learn doing that. So I'll share a few things that having collaboration done with Kik's Place has taught me that I did not know, and that has helped my business thus far. So one, it has helped me, it has inspired me. Collaboration has inspired me in a way that, most times we think that we know these things. We can get lost in our own routine, This is how I do it. This is how I know how to do it. Bringing in collaboration would help you, would inspire you to see that these things can be done differently. Okay, I'll give an example. In my business, I don't collect fabrics from people. I just do my ready to wear. And as the fabric speaks to me, I design. Okay. So I had someone walk up to me and say to me that, can we just do a collaboration? I see that you don't take fabric and I sell fabrics and I want to sell my fabrics. Most times when I sit in my store, I don't know what to do with fabrics. But I think you do know what to do with fabrics, okay? Can we just do this? I'll just bring mine to you and then create whatever you want to create with it, okay? So I have been stuck with, working with my own kind of fabric. Bringing our own fabric to me is a whole lot of difference. It's bringing in a whole lot of difference because I don't work with those kind of fabrics. And so I wanted to say no to it, initially, but I thought, okay, let's try. Let's give it a trial. Let's see how it goes. And then she came to me, she brought the fabrics, and then she said to me that, do you think we should do it this way? Do you think we can? Yeah, is this style you made with this your own fabric? I think this fabric would also work for this fabric. I had never thought that those kind of fabrics would work for this particular style. But if I didn't give that opportunity for her to come and then we share ideas, I'll probably just be stuck with the way that I know to do it. So yes, collaboration would expose you to, inspirations, different inspirations. We don't know it all. We think sometimes, it's the way I want to do it, it's the way I want this to. It's just a one-way traffic. No, it gives room for different inspirations. The way ideas is coming to you is also coming to somebody else. And merging those ideas together would result to, I did that collaboration that year and it was a hit. It was a major, major hit. And I was saying to myself after the whole thing that we made a whole lot from this. I mean, it was a sellout. When I mean a sellout, I mean back-to-back sellout, where she was importing those fabrics and it was going via. She was importing them, it was going, And then it opened my eyes to there are fabrics in my store that could actually work for this style. And they've just been lying there. Okay, can I create the same style with this, my own fabric? And then it went again. I sold everything out. Imagine that I just said no to her. I didn't want to, put the effort to let somebody else come in and we have a merge. It will just be there. I won't sell it. So yes, collaboration would open your eyes to different things. It would inspire you. Secondly, it also helps you grow your community, grow your network. You get to connect with people. I mean, I've also done collaborations with people that I have a friend that does beading, and I have someone else that does makeup. I have somebody that does that sells jewelries. I have and then someone reached out of all of them and we're like, oh, Kix, can we do something? Can we just do, I have this jewelry to sell and I feel that it will go very well on your kaftans. But we just cannot, you do your thing very simple. If you're bringing in this kind of thing, you have to accessorize it with the gang things, You need to be all glammed up and all of that. Okay, so can we call somebody like a makeup artist? Are you interested in this collaboration? And there is a synergy. We do this and it's out there. People that I have a picture. I have a picture in my office today that there is no one that comes to my office that do not ask that who did this makeup, who tied this turban, who took these pictures. Okay, and that's the power of coming together to collaborate. If I wouldn't have done that by myself, all I had was just my kaftan. Okay, coming together to do all of that. It would. From that point, this makeup artist has gotten so many contacts from my end. I've gotten a lot of. In fact, there was a major what's it called now? There was a major connection last year for Kix Place that came through that person because we had a collaboration. We had a collaboration that got out there and it was all over. Okay, so, and by that, I've also connected with so many other people through the makeup artist, through the bead person, through the photographer. It's just a different connection that brings different people into your own business as well. And it would also help you, not just business-wise, personally too. You meet with people, you connect with people. It just keeps going like that. Okay, thirdly, collaboration would also help in educating you. Like, I would say that I used to think that, I know some things, but getting into collaboration with other people, you just feel that, man, I thought I knew all of this. You are just in your own circle. You don't see beyond what you're saying. But other people are coming with different ideas and you keep learning. It exposes you to learning that things can be done differently. It exposes you to seeing that there are also other techniques that you can put to work. So I'll give another example. I traveled to Abuja one time with like a big sister of mine. She's also into she's an entrepreneur. And then she said to me that, Kix, there's a way that you do this, your video mix and all of that. And I'm like, okay, she said, how do I now? There was a complex thing that she just wanted to get over. And she's like, how do I merge this thing together? How do I put this together? And I'm like, sis, do this, do this, do this, that's it. And then she was like, are you serious? It's just like that. How come I never thought of it? And then I'm like, okay, there are things that you also do on your own page. Then I'm like, how did she do this? And then I said to her, sis, what did you do with this? How did you? I was like, it's just like this, just the way you taught to me how to do this. This is how, And so that's the power of, coming together to work with different people, work with people that are outside your circle. If somebody is doing okay, so example, I'm doing fashion, somebody is into products, there are different things we can learn. We shouldn't streamline ourselves to, I only have to work with people that are in line with what I'm doing. No, we should be versatile, work with other vendors, work with different people. I mean, the end goal is for all of us to come to a defined business benefits, as long as it's profiting, as long as it's inspiring, as long as it's educative. Collaboration should be what we engage in, from time to time. And I also think that I think it also helped me solve problems. I mean, yeah, just like what I shared, there are situations that you are just lost, and you think, who can I run to? Who do I call? We cannot do this all by ourselves, If there is a room for you to engage somebody that is also an entrepreneur that would bring benefits to you, I mean, I'm all for it. There was a time that I had issues with, tax and all of that, having to sort all of that. And I just called somebody that had done something with before, like a friend of mine. And I'm like, babes, I have this issue with so, what do I do? And she was like, okay, no, you don't have to. And I was already outlining how I want to go about it. And she was like, no, you don't have to do all of that. Get you this person's contact, call this person, it will be sorted. And trust me, in less than 2 days, all of this was just, and this is because I have been in collaboration with this person before. We have networked before. There has been a connection. That is why I can pick up my phone, call and ask for help. So collaboration would also help solve issues in your business that you do not think that you would ever need help for. It would also help, solve those problems. And then I also think that even brainstorming, there are times that we think, okay, I just want to do this way, different people coming together and saying that, can we try this other way? Yeah, we know you've been doing it this way. Can we see it this other way? It just helps to educate you, like I've said before. Sitting down with different like minds, brainstorming on things that you know that if you're alone, it wouldn't work for you, it wouldn't come to you. It just keeps empowering you, so to say. Lastly, I will say that as much as we talk about collaboration, for a person, I think that even in the process of collaboration, you still have to be very careful. I mean, there are good sides to it. There are also the other sides to it. For a person, I just don't jump at different people coming to me to say, oh, Kix, please, can we do this with your business? Can we have this done together? I also, like I say, my business, the God factor in my own business is priority to me. So before I even go on any business transaction with anyone, I pray about it. Okay. As much as it looks juicy, it's promising and all of that. I've had my hands burnt. I've had my fingers burnt before. I just go into things that I wasn't prepared for. I go into collaborations that I didn't pray about it, and I just jumped on it. And trust me, I learned in a very hard way. So you won't just come to me to say, "Oh, Kix, can we do this together? Can we do this together?" If I approach you with that kind of thing, I also expect that you also pray about it. You just don't jump on it. So maybe it's the discerning spirit. I pray for it, and once I get the clarity to go ahead, and some people, reach out to you, and you're just clear about it. Okay, there is no darkness. There is no funny feeling. There is no. Okay, you just feel like this is going to be it. So you reach out to me. I would pray about it. I would confirm. I will have the peace to go ahead with that kind of. So I've had collaborations that I did without, I just feel that, oh no, this one will work, and I mean, I'm still crying. I'm still crying for it. Okay, and there are, like I also say to people, different when people say to me that, oh, you model your stuff well, you do it all right. You don't need models. You don't need anybody to do your thing for you. I also get to that point that I'm tired as well. I need to involve other people in my business. And somebody said to me one time, different people have said to me differently that, why don't you just get this person? Why don't you just get this person to, do stuff with you? And I'm like, well, I've tried that severally. And for me, I just feel that, so this is me talking from a place of, if you have to collaborate with people, do what works for you. Okay? What I'm saying now is what works for me. It might not work for any other person. It might not work for Mrs. B. It works for me. So I'm just sharing my own experience. So I said, oh, no. This person is so beautiful. If this person wears your stuff, I'm sure it's going to be a sellout and all of that. And I go very quiet. Because even the Bible says, test all spirit. I just don't bring energy into my business. I'm very, what's the word now? I'm very, conscious, for the lack of better words, conscious of what I bring into my business. Because I will tell you that we all do business, but we know that there are some businesses that it is God, it is grace that you enjoy. And I think I'm on that list of people that have enjoyed that grace of God. So I'm very particular about bringing energy into my space. Okay. So, and so this person said, oh, use this person, blah, 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 blah. I was reluctant because I didn't have that peace. Okay. And so I brought this person in. It was beautiful. You need to see these pictures. They were elegant pictures. There are pictures that you just want to see these pictures and you just want to order these dresses. But guess what? I posted those images and I didn't sell one of it. And then I went back to God and I'm like, okay, I knew I was struggling doing this thing. Maybe I shouldn't have. Okay. Let me tell you, for that picture, I think we posted about 3 of those images. We didn't get any inquiry on those on that particular post. That dress sold in store. If you get what I mean. It was on the rack in store. People walked in, saw it on the rack, and it got sold out in store. So this is coming because if we post something online, people come back with those pictures. Oh, this particular one. And then people know, I didn't see this on your page. I didn't see this on your page. I didn't get to see this on your page. I'm like, we posted it. You need to see those images. Like every time, I still saw it yesterday on my phone. I'm like, what is it about this? And then I keep hearing every time. The Holy Spirit will just tell you, it's just a whisper. And you keep struggling with it until you learn. And then I get somebody else that will just do this pa, 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 just playing. And it goes, whoosh. So even collaborations with people, it is not the model. It is not the person you are collaborating with. It is not that. It is the God in your own business that you have to consult first before joining hands with other people to collaborate with. Do not bring any form of energy into your business. And so somebody else also said, this dress that, so I have somebody else that wears my stuff. And once I see this person, I'm just like, please, can you just, you know what, just do like this. Just turn your head 1, 2, 3. That's it. Just wear the dress and just turn your head like this. In 30 minutes, we've sold out on those dresses. So what am I saying in particular? When it comes to collaboration, it is good. It is inspiring. It widens your network. It improves your productivity. It educates you, inspires you. It's what's the other point that it solves problem, but it can also bring a lot of havoc into your business if you are not careful. Now I'm speaking for myself, and this is what has worked for me. Yes, it is all of this that we have talked about, and it is also of God, because He has to come first before you go ahead in anything. So yes, collaboration is good. Collaboration works. Collaboration helps. At the same time, be careful before indulging or inviting people into the business that God has placed in your hands. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Kikelomo Onikwede. That was an awesome delivery. We learned so much from what you have shared. And before we go to the question and answer session, I did like to do a recap of what you have shared with us this day. And you started out by telling us that collaboration helps to grow our communities. It helps us to, build a network with people by connecting with people. You also share that collaboration brings about inspiration, that we are able to get inspired when we collaborate with other people. You also stated that collaboration helps you to be creative. You shared an instance how it brought about creativity, how a lady walked up to you that she sells fabrics and how you were open-minded about it. And you still prayed to God about it until you got that peace as a sign for you to go ahead, and you were sold out based on that. So you also shared with us that collaboration brings opportunities, because that lady brought about another opportunity. You were able to see from another perspective that the fabrics that you have in your store, that you had back then in your store, could actually work for the style. So you also shared with us that you collaborated with a friend and you brought about, back-to-back sales. So in earnest, collaboration helps us to grow our network. You also mentioned that collaboration, helps when we brainstorm with others. It helps us to see beyond our immediate circle. You also mentioned that collaboration helps to expose us. It brings about exposure, having to collaborate with others, not necessarily those in the same line of business. And you mentioned something that as long as it is a profitable venture for those that are coming on board, and we can relate with that. Thank you so very much for all that you have shared with us. And in going further to the Q&A session, I'd like to first ask, you said that your business will be clocking 8 years this year, right?
We are 8 years already.
You're 8 years already.
Month. Yes.
All right. Congratulations, ma'am. So my first question to you, ma'am, how did you become such a known brand in 8 years?
Thank you. It was, I mean, I get to answer this question every time, and I tell everyone that, I started like every other person started. Kicks Place started like every other brand started, and I just founded what works for me. Like I shared last year, I said that everyone was doing what was everywhere, and I just wanted to do something different. I knew that there were people that were like me as well. I don't like to, when you give me a fabric for ashwebi and stuff, maybe once in a while, I can do all the gang kind of styling and, bespoke, looking all gengentious like we see on social media. But you see that simplicity, it just works for me. And I sat down and I thought about it. I know that there will be 1,000,001 people like me that would not want all this gengentious thing. That just wants it simple. Okay, why don't I cater for that person? I go online, I see this name, I see that name, I see that name. Everybody's doing like almost the same thing. Everybody wants to appear. Boom. Why don't I appear like an angel and just walk in? Maybe if I'm not saying it's okay, as far as I'm comfortable. Okay. And so this is how maybe some other people have been doing it, and then maybe I just came and I did it differently. Okay. So I just did what works for me. I went for what works for me. And from there, it was a work in it was a work in progress. I grew like every other business grew. I was telling someone, one of my staff was complaining recently, and I sat her down and I said to her that this work that you are doing, I was doing this work 7 years ago. I was also doing this 7 years ago. So there is nothing like this is where it's going to end. As long as you are living, you will keep improving. Okay, we got here doing what we know how to do best, doing what works for us, not doing what every other person is doing. I guess that's where the growth came from. Consistency, being consistent in what you're doing. You're known for craft. I've had different clients come, please just help me sew this one. And I said no. And people can push you away from your vision. But stick to what you want to do. You want to bring a fabric. Oh, it's my what's it called? It's my landmark event. I don't want the fabric. I bought this fabric. It's ₦1,000,000. I just want to sew a kaftan with it. Yes, I'm all for it. But you want to sew vavavuva? I will not sew it. There are 99 and 100 people that sews vavavum. Go to them. If your fabric is 2 billion naira, I will sew you a kaftan and you will be beautiful in your kaftan. Okay, so I think we came this far doing us, doing Kicks Place. It's elegant, it's comfortable, it's trendy, it's simple. Yes. That's it.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for sticking to your core, to your area of strength. And yes, we can all see the results, and everyone that is a part of this audience listening to you would know that sticking with our area of strength, our core, would actually help us to get better in good time. Thank you so much for that, ma'am. So the next question I'd like to ask you, ma'am, how do you know the right person to collaborate with? Yes, I know you mentioned the gut factor, which is extremely important, but how would you explain to somebody out there in the audience that this is the right person part-time to collaborate with? And I also like to add further in that question that you're collaborating with someone at some point doesn't mean you have to continue collaborating with that person. How would you know that this has to stop? And do you do your collaboration just verbally? Oh, you come on board. Do you have a process? Do you have a system? Can you please share with us and enlighten us? Thank you.
Okay. So knowing the right collaboration, knowing the right circle to work with depends on the kind of business that you do. Okay, so I do fashion. I will talk in line of fashion, so it can help every other person listening to, get their own vibe. So I do fashion. If I want to sell my end goal is to sell that particular kaftan. Okay. I want to come up with a design. I just got this fabric imported and I need to do a design that will sell this fabric. This fabric is luxury, is expensive. I need to sell it well. I will not just wear it the way I'll wear my adire and just do a 3 seconds or 3 minutes Reels video and post online. I would do a proper shoot. Okay. So I have a friend that sells gold. I'm not a jewelry person like that. And then she said, no, Kike, you don't have to be. It's just for this shoot. Can you get a makeup artist? You know, if you're wearing gold, you have to wear it. It has to be gangacious. Do you understand? Everything has to come out, you know. There are things, so some people say to you that, oh, Kicks, how do you sell? You say that you've sold this, you post it, it's sold. And I go to your page and I see that I invest in things as well. You can't just sit down. My phone is my dad fell my phone down some days ago. I'm like, I will sit down on the floor and start crying. No. This is my office. Okay. If I come to collaborate with you, okay, I need to get this outfit done. I've designed it, it's ready. Okay, I need jewelry. Who do I know that sells jewelries that will go with this kind of outfit? You reach out to the person. Oh, sis, I have a shoot. I'm thinking to do this. I'm thinking to do that. I like Benga Artsmith for one thing. I don't know if you know Benga Artsmith. Is on Instagram. Benga Artsmith she will reach out to you. Whoever, if you like, be Buhari's wife, she's going to reach out to you. Can we do this together? It's left for you to say, oh, no, I'm sorry. I won't. But I won't ask. Benga would ask you. And I also learned that from him because I like to just be in my space. I don't want anybody to give me Ella and say, no. I don't want to work with your brand. I don't like insults. And I learned from Benga that you can actually speak. Just speak out. You don't know who is also looking at you that wants to do this thing with you. You don't know. Some people are not, there are some pages I'm not following on social media, but I like them. I'm not following, not because I don't want to follow them or maybe I just don't feel, but I love this brand. Okay. There are people that are looking out for those tiny things that you're doing, but maybe they just don't have the courage to. And then in your mind, you think, oh, these are the so-called big businesses. I don't want to reach out. Just reach out. If you're doing, if it's food related, there are people that are doing the kind of business that are doing well that you think that, oh, if I do a collaboration with this person, if I do, just like there's a lady on Instagram that does this food thing that everybody knows. So when you now pour, right now I'm going to pour my Maggie, I'm going to pour my kiniko on it. So this food thing, content thing that they do now. And then you see brands coming to them because they've put themselves out there. If they don't put themselves out there, nobody will want to do any collaboration with them. Even the big brands are reaching out to them. Do you understand? So if you do a particular kind of business, look for people in that business. Like I'm doing fashion now. I want to do a collaboration as a kaftan person. I'm going to look for somebody that will do a beautiful makeup, somebody that can tie a good turban, somebody that would give me good jewelry that will match what I'm working with, and a good photographer that will give me details on, not just a photographer that will just snap. Okay, if I just want to snap, I can snap with my phone. My phone can take good pictures. But I need an editor that will edit the fabric details because I need to sell it. Okay, so aside reaching out to someone, praying about it, you also need to know the right people to work with, and not just that people are doing something on Instagram. You just join the bandwagon. Hey, it's Moniru Palace that is happening now, and then you all go there. There are what's it called? Trade, what they call those things, sale fair and all those fairs that people have called me to, and I'm like, oh, is she proud? Why does she not want to? Because there's no peace to go ahead with it. I've made payment for a particular fair, over 100,000, and I didn't go for it because I just did not feel that peace to go. And guess what? The feedback after all of it, I just said, Lord, I would always listen. Okay, so it's not everything you jump at. It's not everything. If it works, and even if you have to stop, if it's a good collaboration, I don't think there's any reason, there should be any reason to stop, unless there are other factors that you just feel that, okay, no. You can collaborate. I can collaborate with you as a makeup artist today, and collaborate with BM Pro tomorrow as a makeup artist for another. So it's not compulsory. You streamline yourself to a particular circle. It's business. Business is versatile. You're allowed to swim with different kind of people as far as they serve the purpose of that business goal. You're allowed.
Thank you so much, Miss Onikwede. Yes. Having shared this, I'd like to ask, you said something during your session. You said that you would not encourage, a collaborator to come and impose on you, that do what you're comfortable with. So I'd like to ask a question in that line. Now, when you are led to go on with a collaboration, and you observe that the person that is coming on board to collaborate with you now wants to start in the process of suggesting, in the process of brainstorming and coming up with ideas, the person now wants to impose on you what is not in line with your vision. How would you be able to handle such a situation?
Okay, so the purpose of collaboration is for all of us to bring our own business to it. Okay, so if I do parfait, right? If I make parfait and you say to me that, oh, Kicks, there's a better way parfait is done now. Okay? You don't need to put this, just imply this, just put this. And I'll be like, oh, okay. You as a business owner, you know what works. So if you tell me, Kaftan, Kicks, sure, you know that there's a way that you can do, there's somebody that sells, let's call it brocade adire now. For this particular style, you don't have to use, you don't have to use brocade. You can use organza. Okay? And I see that, organza, how come I never thought of organza? If it works, I would take it. If it doesn't work, I would share the idea, but I won't do it. I would agree because everyone's opinion would count. And I don't want you to look like an idiot. I'll take it in, but I'll go back to my drawing board. This person said organza would work for this. Can organza work? No, it can't work. And so I'll stick to my brocade. And if we get back, oh yeah, I thought about that, but I think for me, for the kind of thing that I do, for the kind of style that I want to bring for this particular collaboration, maybe for another collaboration, organza would work. But for this one, it would not work. I would stick to what I know. Do you understand? So it's just plainly saying that I take your idea, but I'll work with what works for me. And it doesn't mean that whatever the person is bringing, you can't impose. Nobody would impose anything on you if you know what you're doing. You can only anybody can bring ideas or can advise, but you can't impose on me. If I know that this idea would not work for me, it might work for the purpose of the collaboration. But why am I in that circle? I'm also in that circle because I want to sell my product. So if you say, oh, Kicks, people are now wearing kaftan that has, just slit it. I've had people tell me, slit it in kiniko. So every time I push things out and get my customers' reaction and get my clients' reaction, it doesn't work for me. I do kaftans that is functional. I don't do kaftans that is just, I want to do Gen Z people. No, there are people that do kaftans for Gen Z people. I can also do kaftans for Gen Z people. Maybe branding it separately. But for the kind of clientele base that I have, I do what works. Okay. So if you bring the idea, I've had my friends say, oh, Kike, you just want to streamline yourself to this. I said, no, whatever you're talking about, I know that I have these people as followers as well. And I don't want to lose those audience. I don't want to lose them. I'd rather create something else for them. Okay, so you can get ideas, but allowing people impose on you, no. Do what works for you that will sell the purpose of that collaboration. That's it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, ma'am. You did justice to that again. So my next question to you, ma'am, how do your workers significantly help in your collaboration exercise?
Okay, so what do they have to do? I don't think they have anything major to do. My workers do not have anything major. So their own call is bring this on and let's bring it to reality. Okay. I know that my call is not to sew per se. My call is to see that this dry lace would work for this style that they cannot see. Okay. Sometimes, like I shared last year, you bring in things and I hear them, they don't know that I'm here. I hear them say, which one is the Dante? What kind of thing is this one now? How would this one work out? And I call them and I say, okay, so we need to do this with this. We need to do this with this. And then they oh, more, auntie bad. We never thought this one would work for this. So that's why all of us have our own. That's why we all have our departments. Your department is to do this. And as far as we all work in line with the vision, just bring whatever I've drawn, whatever. Sometimes I don't even do it. I don't even draw it well. You know, sometimes I just do it and I say, do you understand? And then they just get it. And then it's to life and they're like, oh, sometimes they see it when we post and they'll be like, wow, auntie, we didn't know this thing would come out like this. So, and it came out like that because other people that are also, because if you make it and I just wear it like that without every other people, without the jewelry person coming along, without the makeup person coming along, without the turban person coming along, without the, nobody will buy the dress. So we are all just sewing and nobody's getting money at the end of the week. So they are also there to bring that design to life because it must come to life. We do it, they don't get it, we do it again. We do it again until we perfect it. And then we are ready for whatever collaboration that is on our way. And so let me add one more thing. You also don't have to wait for collaborations. Okay, it's not until you can. I mean, it's the word. You don't have to wait for collaborations. You don't have to. You can just decide on your own. So I have fabrics available that I know that I just don't want to put them out there. Mommy Bola Shagaya calls for a birthday dress, and I'm like, okay, yeah. Mommy Bola Shagaya will not do a birthday shoot without all the glam. So bring out that fabric that you've been keeping and just use the opportunity. Work with opportunities. There are things that you want to sell in that. Look for somebody. You sell jewelry. Look for, Mrs. Kiniko wants to do birthday. Can I bring a jewelry for you to use? Just look for opportunities. Just talk. Oh, okay, if you're having shoots, can I bring this? I know it will sell. You can create something with it. Just sell it. So you don't have to wait till somebody is saying, I want to do. You can also suggest and you can start a collaboration and not wait for people to also reach out. As far as your spirit is in connection with the brand and you are ready to go ahead, just go ahead and God will sort every other thing.
Amen. Thank you so much for that, ma'am. Now, I'd like to ask, what word would you have for those that are listening and perhaps want to go into this fashion business? So what would you like to say to those that are considering a startup, those that are already in the fashion business that would like to scale up? I'm sure there are lots out there that are listening and they will really want to scale their business. They are looking up for opportunities to collaborate. How would you like to encourage those in this line of business? startups, those I want to scale up.
Okay, so like I always say to everyone that wants to start a fashion business, are you passionate about that business? That's number one. Is it something you want to do for survival, or is what you are passionate about? Because if it's something that you want to do just for the sake of it, well, let's just get something doing, you get tired and there is no motivation. Okay? If you want to start up a fashion business, you are ready for it. Okay, you are creative, you have ideas, you know that I'm not stealing other people's content to do my own thing. I'm passionate about this thing. I know I have the gifting. I know I can do it. Then there is nothing stopping you. Do your own thing, sell be you. If you know that you want to do Owambe, I like Owambe looks. Okay, I like Owambe looks. It is Owambe I want to do. I want people to bring their fabric to me. I will design it. That's my core. There are people that are, I know somebody that told me that I can't do ready to wear. She's in fashion business. I can't do ready to wear. I just feel like I'm not working. She likes the vavavoom things, and it's working for her. You know, she's tried doing ready to wear, like, say, Kiki, I've tried it. I've tried all these ones you are doing. I've tried it. Well, I just don't have a headway at it. But once she does red carpet, Owambe, it just flies. So stick to whatever it is in fashion that you know works for you. If it is Iru and Buba, if it is Iru and Buba, you know that this is my core. Iru and Buba. I want to sew Iru and Buba. I know how to sew Iru and Buba well. It must, you know, there are some people that's their core. There are some mummies that they cannot give anybody their fabric to sew Iru and Buba for them. They go to a particular person. If you know that's what you want to do, go all out for it. If you have to collaborate with people to push yourself out there, get people that you know that, get people that you know that, oh, this person, I know if I do it with this person, I can reach out to Benga Smith. See, I do shorts. If you have beads that people can wear on tank tops and then that they can wear on shorts, and anytime you have a collaboration, I'm all out for it. And don't just verge on people. I see people just send you messages on Instagram and just say, good afternoon. I'm Kiniko. I sell kaftan. I said this. Please patronize me. Send your WhatsApp line. And in my mind, I'm like, is this one okay? Even if I want to collaborate with you, is this how it's done? And somebody else sends me a message, a constructed message, a detailed message. He sells Adire. Trust me, I've had 1,000,001 people reach out to me on social media. I sell fabrics, I sell Adire. But you know what stood this guy out? And when I invited him to my office, and I said to him that, I think it's just your approach that made me read your message. Well-detailed message. If you're reaching out to people, reach out to them like you're giving a business proposal. Not that you just send a message and just feel that, oh, let her answer. If she doesn't answer, well, things should be done properly. Oh, good afternoon, mommy Adeboye. Please, I would like, my name is, I would like the be detailed with, let them know that this person is a serious-minded person. Everybody wants to work with a serious-minded person. I don't want to do business. I don't want to collaborate with somebody that. So let me give you another example. I hope I'm not taking time. There's somebody that saw a post, a collaboration that I did with someone. I guess she just felt that, oh, she business for me to take clothes. I don't worry, I'll go. And then she came, she brought some, and then because she's friends with this person, the person said, Kike, Joe, please just help me take it from her. I said, but you know I don't do this. She said, take it from her. So I took it. And then she took the pictures. And then the next thing, she went for shoot. And then the next thing, she just sent me, she said, Kike, yeah, post. Oh. In my mind, I'm like, Koyemi. Post. I don't understand. I'm not responsible to post for you. If you want to do a collaboration with people, don't do like this. Be all out for it. So we all have a synergy. If we are posting, we are putting it all out at the same time. The energy is together so that it can be viral. The more it goes out, the more we all make, everybody's effort is noted. Okay, you are doing scarf, or you are doing turban. Look for people, even if it's your auntie that is doing birthday. Sis, can you call this person to do makeup? Can I call this person? I have this turban that if you wear it, be intentional about this business. I want to be. I'll see your business is you. If you don't push it, nobody will push it. Nobody will push it. I've not done shoots in a while, and I know that, oh, I need to do shoots. I need to do shoots. Why am I telling myself I need to do it? Because I know I need to do it. You need to do it. You tell yourself it's time to do it. Don't go and be saying you want to sell, you want to go into business, fashion business, and you are using how much naira phone. It won't work. If I post it the way you are posting it, you won't buy it. You won't buy it. Some people will send me pictures and they say, oh, post. And I'm like, no. If I posted it like this, will you order for it? You won't order for it. Do you understand? They are customers. They don't know. But you are a business person. You want to push your business. If it's for you to not eat, me, I've saved and saved and saved. I had a friend that used to call me, she used to say to me that, see, my own name is Allah Inironu, because as the money is coming to my account, I'm spending it. But me, I want to save because I need to buy that phone that would work for my business. I need to buy a phone that when I snap picture, it will be like, oh, she called it. Because some people come to say, do you use photographer? Except I do a shoot. I cannot call photographer to come and snap me. That's why I got a good phone. That's why I invested in good phones. Because I want my videos to come out good. You cannot be shooting videos see, like I tell people, you have no excuse. I can do my work in a corner. You see this corner that I have, I can use it. Use whatever you have. Use it and use it well. And your personality will show in whatever, in reaching out to people, in communicating with people, in even in the outfit. If you are very rough, it will show in your business. See, if you are rough, if you are not organized, you are not put together. Once I come on your page, I will see it. So fashion business, be sure that this is what I want to do. Create your own circle. This is what I want to be known for. If it's just top I want to be known for, let me be known for this thing. And that's what will push you, because trust me, it's saturated. Everybody is doing fashion. Everybody now is doing food blogging. Everybody is talking over food now. Oh, so when you pour the Maggi, I'm going to take in the Maggi now. Everybody's doing it. Why don't you do your own differently? Everybody's doing it now. Why don't you do your own differently so that it will put you out there? I'm sure the first person that did this now is thriving in it. Is thriving in it. Every other person that is doing it is just follow. It's saturated. Like I say, BM Pro is doing makeup. 1,000,001 makeup artists came. She's still doing her makeup. Because there's something that is different about our own kind of makeup. There's something that is... See, if you like, do your makeup 5,000 naira. People that will still go to BM Pro to do it for 1,000,000 naira will go. So do you. That's my preach. Do you. Whatever works for you. Don't look at any other person and say, oh, because Kicks Place is doing it this way, because somebody, I don't, if I even see on Kinika, oh, this is really nice. You can inspire, people can inspire you, but don't copy people. Do not copy people. As much as you copy, you are living in that person's shadow. Do you let them know that, oh, this person is different. This is what... Oh, somebody calls, hello, Kicks. Well, mommy, somebody's mommy just died, though. We need white. We need white kaftan. Why did they call me? Because they know that it's Kicks Place that would give me white kaftan that is readily available. We need black. Somebody called me yesterday, all the way from Ghana. Please, they said, Kiniko, we need about 15 blacks just yesterday. There's somebody that for the sister, for the auntie, for the neighbor, for the Kiniko, just send all the black kaftan that you know that is a one size. Because they know it's somebody that will give your contact to say, call this person, they would have it. So why don't you do something that somebody can say, oh, is Mommy Ori Ofeda? You are looking for green dress. It's only Mommy Ori Ofeda I know that would have green dress in a store. Go to a store. You want to do fashion, do what will bring. See, it's saturated. There's nothing you want to do that is different. Is it boo-boo? There's no boo-boo you want to sew. Somebody has done it before. You just twist it and do something different. So do what will bring you out, and everybody will be like, whoa, okay. This guy that does comedy, that won AMVCA, was Mr. Sabinus. Do you know there's something that he does that everybody is doing now? There are words that he puts in. And I go on that. Do you know I get inspired by that guy? I get inspired. He makes me laugh. Aside from him making me laugh, I go on his page every morning. Because I'm like, what is this boy doing differently? And guess what? Something huge. And banks are using it. Create your own. Create yourself. Do it differently. Let them know that, oh, if they mention something huge now, Oga Sabinus comes to your mind. If they say, oh, I have 1,000 right now, I'll just go to my village, that talk, everybody knows he's the originator of it. Whoever does it after then, you are just doing it. It's your business. You are a copycat. If you want to do fashion, do something different. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma. You said something at the end of the last response to the question that you should don't be a copycat. Now, asking you on a personal note, how do you handle a situation whereby you know this is an area of your strength, it's your core caftans, you do caftans right. Now, people copying your style, how do you feel about that?
So initially, I used to, the word is not even angry. I don't get angry. I'm just like, oh, people. Okay, let me even sell it for a while first before, Like I will say, there is no new design. I will see a design and I will say, okay, if it's not originated by me, I'll see a design. Okay, I like this design, but I don't like the neck. Can I change the neck and change the sleeves? It's become another design. It's become your own design. My cousin used to say, I don't know how you cope in this you people's industry. Because as I'm seeing this thing, my chest is paining me. I said, how many times will chest pain you? Chest will continue to pain you because we are in Nigeria. People will copy you with their full chest. Okay? People will copy anything with their full chest. And you can't kill yourself over it. Guess what? Your people will buy your own. If anybody buys, if I do a design and I call it Adeola's kaftan, and somebody comes out tomorrow to do the exact design and calls it something else, if you buy it from the other person, your money is not for me. I don't struggle with it. You see that my own, if I have 1 million of those pieces in my store, I will sell it. And it's for the people that God said their money is coming to my business. So for all you care, copy. And again, I can't serve the whole of Nigeria. Okay? Some people also copy to it. So it's okay. God has made you a blessing to also bless others. So leave it. If you do a design, I did a design last year and it went all through the year. We were selling that design. We were selling it. But guess what? Immediately I started seeing it elsewhere. I'm creating something else. I'm already thinking of other things. I'm 10 times ahead. So you are still struggling with that. Oh yeah, you have be selling it. By the time you finish selling it, I've done like 5, 6 that will sell in store very well before I even put it on. So that's why I even tell people that come into the store, there are more. So I will sell it in store very well before I will put it on. So before you people will now start copying it, no problem. You can copy it. It's not a problem. It's okay. It's all right. So dealing with copyright and all of that, there's really nothing you can do about it. If you've done it, it's selling, thank God. If other person does it and she's selling it, it's okay. Don't fight it. Just move steps ahead. Think ahead. As they are struggling with it, think ahead. I did a design recently A friend of mine just told me, I think you should do something like that. I will drop your. I was just talking. I just saw a fabric and I said, oh, come, let's bring that thing, bring this one. Okay, let's do this one. Let's do this. Let's do this. And we did it right there. I just wanted to do my makeup and I came back and I just went and I was just playing in the store and this design went out 2 weeks after. Yeah. I just saw somebody put this thing up and say, we lead and others follow. How? No, help me to understand it. How did you lead and others follow? How? I drew this thing in my, it was why are you doing this? Why? But guess what? I will now reach out to you and then you will now abuse my daddy and my mommy. No, I will not allow it. Go ahead. If you want to sell it, sell it. I've stopped the design. I've moved to other things that you probably will not be able to copy in good time. So copy is, I'm even proud that, you do it and people are doing it. It means that you are doing something good. You are relevant. That's it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ms. Onikwede. I'd like to ask, do you train? Do you train people that you don't do training?
No, I don't train people because I don't sew and I don't have time to. So I basically would not want to get your money and then get somebody else to train you. I don't sit to sew. I design and I source my fabrics. Basically doing the back end work. But to sew, I won't have time to do that. And I don't want to do it. I'm not interested in it. It's not what I enjoy doing. I enjoy sourcing fabrics. I enjoy creating designs. I enjoy modeling. That is my strength. But you see, sewing, it's not for me. And so I got people that enjoy sewing. If they don't sew, they are not okay. I got people that. So if I want to train, people ask if you want to train, even if it's no, I won't get your money and let somebody else train you. No. There are 1,000,001 outlets that train people on that. You can go train them and even come work for me. It's okay. But to train, nah.
So would you say that if one is not good when it comes to sewing or you don't know how to sew at all, can one still go into the fashion business if you're creative?
Oh, yes. Very well. There are people that own restaurants and they don't cook. There are people that have hair salons and they don't make hair. And they've been I know someone that has been in business.
Oh, sorry about that glitch. I'm sure she would come on very soon. So okay. There was a glitch, so we didn't get to hear what you said, ma'am.
Yes, I think the live triple.
Okay.
There is a business model. There has to be tailors, okay? There has to be office person, there has to be a receptionist, there has to be a model, there has to be the creative designer, there has to be the artists. You can't do all of that. You can't design, you can't sew, you can't model, you can't. You have to pick one, and you have to pick your strength. So if sewing is your strength, do all of that and sew, and know that I trust only my sewing. Leave the area of sourcing fabrics to somebody that will source fabrics. Leave the area of designing to somebody that would. You can't do all of that by yourself. You will drain yourself out. So yes, you can own a business. You can own a fashion business and not sew. But then the primary thing is you must learn it. You must learn it. You must know it. You might not do it, but you must know it, because one day, so you must basically learn it, know it, and know the primary what's it called of fashion business. You must know it, or else you burn your fingers. I worked in a fashion house, learned how to deal with those things before I started business. So I'm already used to how to work with these people. You want to own a fashion business, you need to get tailors. Do not owe your tailors. Do not owe your tailors. I've been in business for 8 years now. I don't think any of my tailors can say their payment got to the next day. If it got to the next day, maybe it's business, it's bank error. I make sure that they rest. You cannot use. I know some people that will use tailors. Oh, they will use. Are they not human beings? You will use them. They all get worn out, and then they are not performing. And then you're saying business is this, business is that. No, you want one person to do the job of 1 million people. If you create 5, 6 designs, get different people to work on each design. Don't use the same person because you wear them out. Invest in paying, invest. It will come back to you. It will come back to you and pay. That is, if you are in the fashion business and you are in the habit of owing salaries, owing what's it called? You can't keep up. So it's better if you know you are just a startup, sew it yourself. And like I say, do not get to sew. People just go into, do not get to just do things and not put it down. And then you'll be waiting for people to come and buy it. I shared this last year. There's nothing you see me post on that. If I do now, it's because I have a walk-in store now. I can do a few pieces to be on the rack because people walk in every now and then. You won't see me just do a design in different sizes and then I'll now put it on the rack. No, I won't do my business like that. Don't run fashion business like that. Put it out first. Do you know if they order it? No, you don't know. Put it out first. Let others come for it. Okay, so let's say the fabric you have now can make for 5 people. You've gone to do size 14, size 16, size 18, size 20, and then you post it, all the sizes you got are size 12. All the others you got are size 12. Where do you want to start from? So put it out first. Even if you have to do one more extra, that maybe somebody will say, I need this now. No. Do a size that would do like a 14. So that if a 16 orders for it, you can open it up to a 16. Okay? Just don't do things. Put it out first. Put the business out first. Get orders for it before you start producing so that you won't wear yourself out. Do you understand? You can't just go into fashion business, except if you want to sell Turkey already made clothes that, you can just have all of that. But if it's a fashion sewing bespoke business, you need to learn what it entails. You cannot just start and just go into it that way. There are things to learn. If you want to learn on the business, it's okay. I learned on the business. Nobody taught me anything. If you want on the business, it's okay. But know that there are things to learn. So you won't drain yourself. You won't get emotionally. When I started off, I used to shout. I would scream and shout. And one day my mentor told me that, Kicks, you have BPO. I would scream and say, oh, they did not do that. It's like I shared it. Like Kicks Space has taught me, even in my personal life. Okay, so fashion business is not for the faint-hearted. Let me not lie to you. There is no business that is for the faint-hearted. Fashion business is not. You have to know the primary assignment before you just venture into it. And if you're going to do bespoke, get tailors that would work for you if you do not know how to sew. And if you know how to sew, you also have to get tailors. And please pay your staff. If you pay them, that's number one trick. That's any trick I will give any fashion.
We apologize for that glitch. I'm sure she'll come in very
That's for me, sir. Pray before you get anybody to work for you.
So, thank you so very much. I was about to ask the next question, which is, are you open to mentoring? Do you have a mentor? And when you mentioned about, you spoke about your mentor. So what would you have to say to our audience in terms of mentorship as regards business and, even collaboration? What would you like to say about that?
So when I mentioned my mentor, business-wise, do I have anybody? Do I have a mentor? I'm not sure, but when I mentioned a mentor, this was somebody that helped me when I finished, in the university, and was an HR person. And I think emotional intelligence, having to groom you to that refined person that, he used to work with MTN, and then I worked with him for a while, and then so he would tell me, no, Kike, you cannot do it that way. You cannot do this. So he was mentoring my person, like refining me, not like business wise. I look up to him for business and all of that. So business wise, I'm not sure right now. I don't think I really do have a mentor, but I don't know. Let me not just mention names. I don't think I have anybody that I know that, but I admire people that run their business with that mindset of, even if we are 1 billion people doing this business, I'm still me. I'm me, and I like Vodi in Abuja. He does his business without fears. I mean, you don't see him 247 like that, but once he comes out, the guy works. I met him on a plane to Turkey at a time, and I'm just inspired, because these are people that have been in business for years. I mean, and nothing is stopping them, because the confidence is in, they are doing they are doing themselves. They are not copying. They are creating their own thing. So the confidence is, in years to come, I will still bring out another thing that will still be nice. Okay, because I'm not depending on my next door neighbor to create something and I go on it. Even if it takes 2 years, if I bring out something else, it's a sellout. Okay, so business-wise, if I want to mentor anyone, do not rush to do whatever anybody's doing. Take your time. Take your time. Business is not funny. Like, I just wish that, if not, I've told myself that I can't be that person that will go to a 9 to 5. No, what do you call it? Dagbo. Everyhow I must do what works. It must work. I'm a doer. I'm not that 9 to 5 kind of person. I just want to do business. But there are people that they also feel that it's business, but they are not. You have to, because business is not for shere people. You have to be ready. So if you have to do business, do not rush. My sister, if you have to do it for 2 years in a room, please do it 2 years in a room. Let them feel like 2019, 2020, thereabout, I was in Ghana. And then somebody said to me, when she came to Lagos, she was like, wait, is this where you create all these things you post online? And I'm like, yeah. She hugged me tight. She said, wow. And this is me that I've moved to a better place. So I've moved to a better place. I used to use my room. I had a room and parlor. My room locked. The parlor is what I used as my showroom. My backyard is where I have machine. Okay? Use whatever you have, but do it well. Present it well. Nobody has to know. If you want to do online, do online. Everybody said, go and get it. I wasn't ready, and I didn't allow anybody push me until I was ready. Until I was ready to get a store that I know that in the next 2 years, I can pay. If they say, okay, this shop is, this space is 500K. I know that in the next 3 years, I can pay that 500K without having to run to anybody. That was when I moved. That's okay. Don't let anybody push you to go and collect shop. You're not collect shop. Then every month you have to be doing because you have not paid. Hey, you're going to pay salary. Hey, you're going to pay. I don't allow anything to put me under pressure. I was ready for a store when I was ready, when I was convinced that yes, it is the right time to get a store. Don't let anybody push you. If you have to produce your cream in the house, get ring light, produce it, snap it, put it online. Sell it online. You don't have to incur expenses that is irrelevant and then put yourself under any pressure. Do business as it comes to you. Don't hurry. Don't rush it. That's my advice to anyone.
Thank you so very much, Ma. That is so practical. And thank you for sharing that part of your story. Now, you mentioned about tailors. You said, those in the fashion business should never owe their tailors. And you can actually adopt that in every area of your businesses, that you should not, owe those that serve you, the labor. Don't owe those, your laborers, those that work for you.
Yes.
So, Ma, based on the fashion industry, how would you manage the challenges that comes with high turnover of your workers, of your tailors? Would you say that if you don't owe them, the turnover rate is going to be low? And you also mentioned that the industry is saturated. Do you have issues with your tailors because they are good? Because, we see what we see about Kick's Place, that, colleagues or those in the same industry will now want to poach your workers. How are you able to handle that?
Okay, so like I say, everywhere that is even outside fashion business is everywhere that people see that, okay, this staff are doing it, and then they just want to take them out of your business. Okay, this is where I also speak for myself again. Before I get anyone into my business, I pray for whoever works with me. I pray to get them. I just don't employ people. And as you come into my business, I'll tell you one thing. That's coming from when I said you can't just put out clothes and say, okay, the tailor is sewing 15 clothes for you this week. You don't know if you're going to sell it. Okay? And they just sew it, and then you pay them, and then they go. And then you're waiting to sell those things. You don't get to sell them. You are frustrated. The tailor is coming every week again to come and work. The money you're making from the ones that are already on ground that is not fully sold, you are using it to pay again, and then you're frustrated. And then at the point, you get to that point that you don't want to. Well, you too, I've not sold, I'm not paying you. Put it out first. Okay, so if I say this is Musumola's kaftan, I have Musumola's kaftan, it's 15 pieces. This is Shade. Shade, I'm going to design Musumola kaftan. You do the sample first. I model the sample. Musumola kaftan, I post Musumola kaftan. I start getting orders for Musumola kaftan. You pay first before I take your order in. So by paying first, you have paid for your kaftan. You have paid for the tailor. You have paid for the fabric. You have paid for the labor. You have paid for that dress. And so there's no reason for me to owe Shade. Do you understand? There's no reason for me. So sometimes it doesn't work for people that way because they say, I work on commission. I do it, is pay as you, whatever you do is what you get paid for. You can't sit in my store for 1 month and then you sew 5 clothes and then you're expecting me to pay you 80K. I will not pay it. Whatever work you put in is what you get. If I tell you I'm paying you 10,000 or I'm paying you 15,000, I'm paying you 20,000 for this design. If you make 5 of that design in a week, that's 100,000. I'm paying you 20,000, right? That's how much. You collect your 100,000 and you be going. If I say, okay, Shade's design is 2,000 naira, I'm paying you. You make 15 of it. 2,000 times 15 is what I'll pay you. But I've worked with, that's why I said you need to primarily know this business before you venture into it. I've worked with tailors, okay, that we used to pay them I'm talking about 4 years ago, we used to pay 120K, 80K, and then they just hold this top from morning till night. And then I could, because I used to manage the store. Manager, no. Manager, my back, I cannot, I'll never finish, because they know Ogata, their money is going to be paid at the end of the month. But if you know that I promise to pay you every Saturday, and it's whatever you do, they will produce, they will work. Okay? They will work. So if you get there and you see Shade sewing Shade is happy that the design that Auntie created for her is selling. Shade is happy sewing. And I tell Soji, do this design. You don't do it well. If we post it and we don't sell, you will sit, you will not work. That's your business. If I create another design, oh yeah, Bola, you do this design, and Bola does this design, and Bola is working every day. Sale is coming in. So you put in your best. I create a design, you go extra mile to make it work, to make it nice, so that jobs will come for you. So paid customers, paid getting work available for staff. See, the truth is, anybody can steal your staff. But a staff that does not want to be stolen, that knows that, Kick's place, no, I will now go to where they will not pay me. It's still collaboration. Do you understand? We are all still, it's collaboration. If you work, I get my money at the end of the month. Auntie, you want to collect me from Kick's place. Can you pay me, at the end of the week? Can you pay me at the end of the week? Can you pay me at the end of the week? No, I don't know how she does it though. If me, I'll pay you 150K at the end of the day. They might stay with you for that month. You pay them 150K. You won't continue to pay 150K to them. Except if you are, what's that, Oshibajo's daughter, that maybe there's money and she's just dashing you money. But even if she's dashing you money, she'll get to a point that she wants her business to work. Okay, she wants to run a good business and not just dashing people money. So if you have to work, I'm not afraid of losing anybody. I've never been that person that hold on to. All my staff has been with me from inception. There's none of my staff that has left. The ones that go, say they want to come back. I know if you've gone, that's the end. Because I treat them right. I know where I'm coming from. And I know this is what works for these people. As far as I want to work and get my own money, they also want money. They also need to survive. Taking them for that stretch, a tailoring work is not an easy work. Everything at your mental state, everything has to be right. So they put in a lot. You have to put in a lot for them as well. The environment where the work has to be comfortable, the pay has to be good. And as much as they are putting in the work, you also must be good to them. So there is no point if I'm treating you right and you want to go elsewhere, it means that they will treat you better wherever you are going. So it's okay. You can go wherever you want to go. So I'm not afraid to lose. I mean, there are 1,000,001 people that want to work. If I create a design, it works for you, and somebody steals you away from me, I'll create another design that somebody else will work with. So basically all I've shared, if you're going to be doing fashion business, know the business that you want to venture into. Know the rudiment of that business, know the kind of fashion business you want to do. If it's not what you're passionate about, don't bother doing it. If it's what you know works for you, it comes to you naturally, go all out for it. Collaborate with the right circle. Collaborate with people that their product, whatever they are bringing, it's valuable to with your own product that will produce results. Don't collaborate with people that, if you're a fashion person, I don't see what you're doing with a food person, except if you're going to wear the clothes to like a food show or something. Whatever works for you is what you should imply yourself to. And with God, everything will work out well. Thank you.